If you've quit something in the past, it's never too late to pick up from where you left off. It's never too late to finish what you started. Oh yeah, and excuse for the sweating that I've just come back from my run. I was responding to a few DMs. A couple of man have been reaching out to man lately, innit? Which is good, man. Keep it up. One guy started his electrical level 2 recently. But this is not the first time he's been on a level 2 course. 4 years ago he started, and for whatever reason he quit. Now he's 25. And just before he restarted, he was a bit half-hearted because he thought he would be the oldest, being 25 on the course. Come to find out, he's the youngest in the class. So anyway, he's hit man up, whatever, and we're going back and forth and that. And I sent him a voice note, and whilst I'm sending this voice note, I realised, you know what? I've actually quit before. So I've never really spoken about this. Like I've said to people, yeah, I was doing my level 3, I went to jail, came out, got an apprenticeship. But before I went to jail, I had an exam on my level 3 course. And I thought I failed, you know. I didn't prepare for it, whatever. So I thought I failed the exam. And there was certain stuff going out on the streets. And this is where foolishness on the street consumes your mind. I'm thinking, yeah, dealing with the shit out on the roadside is more important than my fucking studies. How stupid is that? So anyway, at the time, there's things going on in the ends on the street and that. I thought I failed my exam, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Forget the electrical thing. I ain't got no apprenticeship. Bun it. Long. So I actually quit my electrical course. Went to jail, came out, got the apprenticeship and continued. But imagine if I never got back onto my apprenticeship and, you know, became a fully qualified electrician. You think I'll be making these videos right now? Do you think there would be a Jay Wise right now? Do you think I could possibly even be alive right now? Obviously, you know what man's got. You saw my video on IG yesterday or YouTube yesterday. So don't need to keep going over the same thing. But if I had quit and never picked up from where I left off, you lot wouldn't even know, man, you know. I wouldn't even be able to spread the knowledge in that. Mad. Me, I quit, you know. So imagine I quit and I continued what I started. That means that you can too, you know. It's never too late. You're never too old. You know how many man that I know, 40 years old, said to me, yo, you know, once upon a time when man was 16, 17, 18, man jumped on the electrical course, you know. But I quit. And now these men are working bullshit jobs. Lorry driver, security guard and that. Or they might be working for Virgin or Sky. If they just applied themselves, if they just continue what they started, being 40 years old now, they could have a lot more than I got. And I got things, innit? But that's what happens, you know. There's a lot of man between the age of 20 to 30 years old, they fuck about, blood. Instead of just jumping on an apprenticeship, getting a skill or trade that's handy, carpenter, electrician, mechanic, plumber, gas engineer. No, what they'll do is, I can't bother to study for 3 years. So you know what? I'll just go and work in a call center. I'll go and work as a security guard. Sky, Virgin, removals. Stacking shelves in Asda. Imagine me, if I didn't continue what I started, I could potentially be stacking shelves in Asda right now. Because I have no skill. I have nothing to offer the world. I'm just a body. If you work in Asda, if you're a security guard, if you do removals, you can get fired just like that. You can get fired just like that on a construction site or whatever. But even in employment, you're useless. You're not useless as a human being. Don't get it twisted. We all have a purpose in this world. But as an employee, you have no value to the workplace. You stack shelves in Asda. You're a security guard. You do removals. A man will fire you and have you replaced within the hour. Because jobs like that have a high turnover rate. You don't need no skills. You don't need no brain. That man released that video about a week and a half ago or something like that. I started a job, you know, as electrical tester on the social housing thing. I quit after a day. The guy called me back. You know why? Because I have a skill. I have a trade. I'm valuable. You think if you walk out of a fucking removal job, a security job, or fucking stacking shelves in Asda or Lidl, you think your employer's calling you back? No, they'll have you replaced in an hour. You're nobody to them as an employee. So don't be like these men who they're 40 years old and that with regrets. I wish I jumped on my electrical thing, and you don't know where your electrical thing could take you. Imagine me, man went to uni, started a vending machine thing. Now look, man, fucking JY's blood. Imagine if I never continued. I wouldn't have no knowledge to pass on to no one. I wouldn't be able to, because man, I hitting man up on Instagram and that, and I'm giving man advice, and I wouldn't be able to give no one advice. I wouldn't be able to help no one. So yeah, and if you're a chick watching this as well, same applies. If you've started something and you've quit, it's never too late to jump back on that course, you know. Finish what you start. Unless you've moved on to bigger and better things or whatever, or that generally really wasn't for you, then fine. But if it's out of laziness, no. Or if you ain't got no better option, no. You go and finish what you started, especially if it's a trade or something like that. Someone somewhere needs you. That's what you need to think. You're a mechanic and that. Someone always needs their car fixed. If you're an electrician, someone's always got a light that needs to be installed. My girl's sister is waiting for me to hit her back up about how to install a light. Now, I ain't going to go to where I'm going to direct her over the phone and that. But I need to end this video now because I've got like 1 minute left worth of recording time and that. But yeah, man them, and chicks as well, don't get it twisted. Man them and chicks, anyone need any advice, hit me up on IG, yeah? JYSTV. Always respond to man, innit? Always respond to chicks or whatever, innit? If anyone needs any advice and that. But yeah, big up man like SP, you know you are. You inspire man to make this video. Get me? If you've quit, it's never too late to finish what you started. I quit. I've quit in the past. And I decided to jump back onto what I quit and finish what I started. And look where I am now. Stay wise.